Episode 10 of Season 2 of The Walking Dead is titled 18 Miles Out. The episode should have just focused on Shane and Rick, but instead we get to go back to see other things. But it starts out with they're trying to take Randall 18 miles away from the farm and let him go with the care package, like food or water or whatever, like anything like that. But this is also the episode where Shane and Rick have their confrontation, their first confrontation, which is Rick telling Shane, yeah, I know everything that happened. I heard about what happened with Otis. Tell me what really happened. And, he said he didn't deserve to live here. Or he didn't deserve to live anymore. Like, he didn't deserve to live now in this world. And Rick tells him, like, dude, like, you're not going to leave. You're going to stay here. And you're not going to be bitching and saying that Lori should be with you. That's my wife. That's my son. That's my baby. So, like, get that shit in your head. And then Shane comes around and says, I keep saying that I saved them, which he's been saying for the entire fucking season. I saved you! But he said, but it's really that they saved me. Like, they kept me going. So, basically, like, he would have killed himself, I guess, or just given up, which I doubt. I really highly doubt it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He lost his humanity when the world ended, in a sense. That I can say is true. But he's truly lost it when Rick came back to life. That's when it all went. Because we see the flashbacks of when he was trying to save Rick at the hospital and how he cared for Rick and he went to Lori. And then he even went out of his way to protect Lori and Carl, take them out of town, out of Atlanta. And we don't even know if he has family or anything like that. Like, we don't know anything. We know he had a girlfriend. But besides that, we don't know if he still has her or what. So basically, no, he didn't have her. He didn't care for her, even if he did. And he really cared about Lori. And I don't think they saved... Maybe they kept him going. Maybe in the beginning, like, keeping them safe kept him going. Because maybe he didn't have a reason because he has no family and stuff like that. So they go to the school to drop off this guy, Randall, there. And they said, this is it. We'll leave him here. Let's make sure there's no walkers and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, in the beginning of the episode, when they were going to leave him, he's like, why would you save my life just to let me die? And he's like, I would never hurt you. I went to school with Maggie. And he's like, you know Maggie? You know Maggie? You know Maggie? So now they're like, yeah, now we got to kill him. And he's like, let me think about it. And that's why they got into their fight. I mean, Shane just had enough of this shit. And he goes, you can't take care of them. You can't protect them. Like, you don't deserve to be here anymore either. And then they just start going at it and beating the shit out of each other, throwing each other down, and just... And then Shane really tried to kill him. Shane fucking took this humongous wrench and tossed it at Rick, and it missed. Rick ducked, and it hits this glass. And this is the cool imagery, too, for the season. The reflection on the glass, the only way I could get it is if I post a video or something, is Shane looking like you see the zombie hand inside, like getting up, from the glass is about to fall, but Shane looks like a zombie. Like, basically, we're trying to, it's telling the audience, the director, and everybody's telling the audience, Shane is already dead. And Shane's probably been dead since he killed Otis. Then at the same time, while this is all happening, they were going to leave Randall there, but since they started fighting, Randall has found his way to a knife and undone the ties, because they tied his arms behind his back. So he cut himself loose, and now he starts killing walkers. When those zombies start coming out of the window, Rick throws a walker on top of him, so all the zombies start chasing Shane. Shane locks himself in a bus, and Randall's trying to fight. And Randall kind of saves, I believe he saves Rick, in a sense. Like, after Rick... No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think he kind of did. I can't really remember. I'm sorry. You could yell at me all you want. All I know is that there was another cool scene where this walker falls on top of Rick, which also also happened later on, seasons later, with another character. But that character really shouldn't have lived. But anyway, in that sense, it was impossible. I don't know how that worked out. But in this one, he falls on top of Rick, and he's pushing the head away, and then another walker falls on top of that one. And I think there was three on top of Rick, and Rick takes his gun, puts it in the first walker's mouth, and shoots and blasts through the other two, which is pretty cool. Randall and Rick decide to leave. Randall gets in the car and drives it away, and he's going crazy, and he's like, "You see what I did?" Now, okay, maybe his accent's a little off, Randall, but he's a good actor nonetheless. I really like him. While this is all happening, we go back to the farm, and Beth wants to kill herself. She wants Maggie to kill herself with her. She wants to be with her mama, blah, 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 blah. And then Andrea's like, if you want to kill yourself, you should do it. You should do it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. And Lori's all pissed. And Lori was pissed earlier, too. She had a conversation with Andrea, and Andrea was like, yeah, you want me to lie to that girl and tell her everything's going to be all right like it is for you? Because they were like, you don't do anything. You just stay on top there and get a nice suntan. You don't do the dishes. You don't do anything. You're making it hard on all the rest of us. And Andrea put that bitch in her place, and she's like, yeah, tell her it's going to be okay. She could have a husband, a son, a baby, a boyfriend. And Lori was just like, oh. Bitch slapped. So then Beth does try to kill herself, but then she stops. She doesn't go all the way with him. She starts crying. And then when they tell Andrea, like, I guess Beth told them that Andrea told me to do it, they confront her, and Andrea's like, good. She doesn't want to kill herself. Like, she did it. She doesn't want to kill herself. She wants to live. And like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, look, she had a choice. She made her choice, and now she's decided she wants to live. And they're like, get the fuck away from her. So that shit happened. Other than that, I'm not sure what else happened on the farm because I really didn't give a shit about it. All I know is that Shane was stuck in that bus. Rick could have left. I would have left. If my friend tried to fucking kill me, I would not go back and was trying to fucking kill, like, was intentionally keeps telling me I don't deserve to live here and he should be the daddy for my unborn baby. I will fucking say, fuck you, goodbye, you know? Rick does teach Shane something, I guess, that he didn't know how to really kill them without guns, and also like that they're attracted to blood and they will stop, focusing on him if they smell blood, and he does wipe his blood on the door, which made no sense to me because they're gonna keep trying to push in. I don't know. Anyway, Rick does come back for him. He goes, Shane, go to the back, and Shane goes to the back of the bus, jumps on the truck, and then he's like, yeah, that's when Randall goes crazy. And he's all excited. They tie him up again. And I think it ends with them taking him back to the farm and telling him, saying, Rick tells him, she's my wife, that's my son, that's my child. And also he's like, we had to kill him. We probably have to kill him because he knows about Maggie and stuff. But I got to think about it for another night because it can't be that easy to kill anybody. You should know that. And he gives him a gun and says, if you want to stay, you have to accept those terms and welcome back to reality or the real world or whatever. Stop being insane, you got to follow my lead and shit. A lot of stuff does happen, but for me, it should have just focused on Shane and Rick and not go back to the fucking farm and talk about Beth all of a sudden, this character that nobody gives a shit about. Out of nowhere has character. I don't like her either. Just because there was nothing for this character that made me ever like her. She was always useless. And even here, she's useless. She should have just killed herself, call it a day, and only have Maggie and Herschel. That would have been much better. But somehow she survived. The kid, I don't know why they killed him. He didn't have much to do, but in the beginning, he was in the series for the first few episodes more. At least four episodes he was in, and he had some lines. She had nothing until this episode, and then they were like, you know what, we like you, Beth, because you're a good singer. Let's keep you. It's a good episode. Let me know what you guys think below. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.